Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Championess, a new graphic novel from Legendary Comics out now. So this is a really cool story. It's based on a true story of Elizabeth Wilkinson. She was a female bare-knuckle boxer. This is before boxing had rules, and she lived in the 18th century London. So here she's been reimagined as half Indian, and it's about her and her sister Tessa's struggles with debt. This was when debtors were put in prison and they often died. And she takes up boxing because that's just what she's good at, and she hopes to get both her and her sister out of debt and pay everything off. It's a really fascinating story. Everything you can kind of think of when it comes to boxing, like just how this is not on a big screen, and it might be in something I just don't know, but like how this is not a big screen would be it shocks me. It's I guess it's to be adapted. Looking at the thing, to be adapted in a television series by a new production company. This is a movie where this is like Rocky level of really cool story, and it's based off a true story, which is even better. So Kelly Zekas and Tarun Shanker is the creators and writers. No relation, spelled totally different last name. Amanda Perez Puentes is the cover interior artist. Richard Starkings and Comic Crafts Jimmy Bentancourt is the letters, and Nikita Kanakanti is the editor. So it's a really interesting story. We kind of learn the history and background of this version of Wilkinson. A lot about kind of the politics of the time of London, and it's just a solid sports boxing story. Like, I just don't know how much more to say. Like, it's got its ups and downs. Like, there's some good fights. The motion and the depiction of the boxing is really solid. It's good. It's really engaging and sucks you in. And then there's just this kind of sad, tragic story about it. Like, there's two really tragic things about it. And I don't want to give one away because it's like the big twist. But like just the overall of this woman who, is really good at what she does, really good at boxing, and her sister, and they've just been kind of screwed over and over, and are in debt because of a sick mother, and they've always been behind, and they have to kind of do these, I don't want to say horrible things, but like not the easiest things to try to get ahead, and they just never can. And then of course you've got like the sexism of the times, and just so much in there for someone who's clearly talented at what she does. And the other thing I think is really good is that it focuses on Elizabeth Wilkinson's, her demons. Like, you can just do the story of the boxing, all that's really good, but Wilkinson herself is a really intriguing character in that she's one who never seems to do the easy thing. She's her own worst enemy in many ways. Like, she's right in the end, but she could easily take the easy way out to go and get out of prison with her and her sister. When it comes to boxing, and she's just stubborn and doesn't want to do it, and it's, I think, really kind of fascinating to see her struggle with this and her ups and downs as far as that. It's good. It's really good. The art is pretty solid, so it's an interesting style. It's black and white with a little bit of yellow. I don't quite know how to describe the interior art. There's like a simplicity to it, but it also works really well for the fight, or just the story in general. Like the use of the white really kind of like makes it starking and stand out against the backdrops. I kind of want to see if I can find like a really dynamic fight somewhere. So the other cool thing I found out was, like, when they fought, they didn't necessarily fight to knock you out. Like, that's just not kind of what they did at the times. There was a whole thing about, they had, like, a coin in their hand, and basically if you dropped the coin, you lost, which is really interesting. Just kind of jumping around, showing off various things. So yeah, like, it's a really fascinating thing that makes me want to learn more about the history of bare-knuckle boxing and Elizabeth Wilkinson herself. It's just really kind of sucks you in and makes you want to explore this world more. There's some extras in here, not tons. There's some sketches, script to page, an alternate cover, which is pretty neat to see. But it's really the story's the focus here. And if you like sports, if you like boxing in particular, if you kind of like that underdog story, historical stuff, this is just, it's cool. It's a really, really cool read, and I recommend it. I think it's going to fly under the radar of far too many people, and it's worth checking out. Like, this is just, it's a solid, entertaining read, and I think it's an intriguing world, and the fact that it's, like, based off of reality and history, I think is really cool. So go check it out. It's out in shops now. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We'll have some links underneath, some affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site. Speaking of support, I want to thank Legendary Comics for hooking us up with the review copy. I really like this. I think it was, I highly recommend it. It's very cool. And then, of course, also thank you for watching. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.